Hey. Oh shit! I can't hear you, and you're not muted.
No, I'm.
Oh no, there you are. Hey. Okay, we're good. You weren't muted on my end.
Welcome to Brain Wreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
Well, right. And this is the best fucking God. You know what? I've been dog dogging life for the past week.
What is happening right now?
And I'm ready. I'm ready. Where's my? I'm throwing in the paper towel, folks.
What happened?
We're coming to you live here
oh my gosh.
every Wednesday on this show. This one's a little different. If you're just popping in for the first time, this is a road show, folks. I'm on the road. He's home.
I'm home where I need to be.
Where I want to be.
Where you want to be.
Desperately. And so if you're just tuning in for the first time, this is not the normal quality production value of said show.
But like same quality of production overall, I would say.
Of content, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because we're not, listen, I may be in a quality in.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you a quality show. And not a quality in quality show.
How is the quality?
Here's the thing. I don't like it when the hotel lies to you up front. Okay?
What did they do?
Well, they told me it was quality.
Oh, okay. I thought they were like, you get a free breakfast, and then you show up for breakfast, and it's just like powdered eggs.
No, I will say they do have a waffle maker. So, like, any hotel that's got a waffle maker is already
doing okay. Hey, oh, you got the. I thought we were done with this.
I'm on my phone. I didn't know. Okay.
Turn off all of the background effects. Tell all of your system. Just turn them all off.
Just turn it all up. So, I've always found that a quality in is neither quality. I mean, it's a bed. It's a bed. You know, you sleep on the covers type of establishment.
Yeah.
So anyway, so needless to say, Kevin's running the show tonight.
Yeah. Y'all's lives are in my hands right now. Not really. I mean, like the show's life is in my hands. But I used to do this. You know, I was producer for like, was it like 2.5, 3 years?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, 3.5 years almost. And then I gave those, I gave that responsibility up because I said, know what? Every now and then you have to step aside and let those around you have an opportunity to step up and, be a bigger part of the organization. So that's what I did. And I just, I knew my place and I just sat back and didn't touch anything.
You have to know when to hold them.
Yeah. And I held
when to fold them.
And I let him go. And then you took him over, thankfully. And then now I'm back in the driver's seat, folks. You're going to get all sorts of weird shit tonight. I ended up in a divot in my floor right there, but I'm good.
So it's been a week.
Yeah,
man, it's been. It's like, did we do this show last week?
We did. Did we? No, we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we did the show last week. So Christy and I were talking right before we went on I came on the air here. Like, number one, how is it already Wednesday? Number two, how is it already almost August?
I was thinking about that as well.
Right.
Because like the kids go back to school soon here.
Yeah.
And I had to break it to them, like, guys, like, your summer vacation is almost over.
Yeah.
And that's heartbreaking news. And on top of that, like, they also have some summer work they were supposed to do.
Oh.
So now they're like in full crunch mode.
Yeah.
To do that.
That stress of something's gonna happen.
We'll
figure it out as we go.
For me as a parent, it's just like, can you just do it, please? Like I don't, and I understand now. I understand where my parents were coming from when they forced me to do the summer reading.
Right.
when, they wanted me to do the take home packet type of thing. And then I just didn't do it. And then they were upset. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Because I would be upset too. But it's also a thing of like, that's kind of the difference between like this generation and the older generation is the older generation would just be upset. But like they wouldn't actually give you any of like the tools or guidance to do said thing. Yet, oh wait, what's Bergman saying?
The answer to both of those questions is that we spin out in this vast blackness with no sense of direction or purpose sometime.
Here's one for the working man, I
just finished my one.
There you go. And like their generation, at least from my experience, was like, hey, you need to do your work. So go do it.
Yeah.
And me being like, I neither know how or want to. And they're being like, tough. And then that's it. Like that's as much guidance or encouragement as you get.
Yeah.
Whereas like me as a parent, when my daughter, I say, hey, you have to do this work. And she's like, I don't want to. And I'm just like, yeah, but like, if you don't, you're going to like start the school year off already behind. And I know it's going to be, so just do it now. And then you don't have to work. Like I'm giving explanation and insight and foresight and reasoning as to why I am not just like do it because that's what everybody else in this fucking world has ever done. And I'm just going to keep the status quo and push all of my trauma onto my children.
Yeah, but I mean, it's productively pushing all of your trauma onto your kids because I feel like if at all anything, like we really have those life lessons that have just been passed down from generation to generation where like we are just at the bottom. So like anybody who's now coming up, we're just like, you better fucking listen. Not because I'm trying to tell you so, but because I've been there and you don't want to be there. It's dark, it is dry, and it is scary. There are spiders and scorpions and vampires, and you just gotta be better than us. For fuck's sake, you gotta be better than us.
We just walk into the room and say, I've been to the danger zone.
I have seen hell, and I had to claw my way back. So you better do your goddamn reading assignment.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Which I think is better.
Yeah.
I think is a better take.
Yeah, yeah.
At the very least, it it's better than the answer of because I said.
Because I said so.
Which is what I heard a lot as a kid.
Which, I mean, then there's always that point in time where you can just be like, yeah, well, who the hell are you and who did you ever beat?
Right. D'Lo Brown. So, but it's interesting too, because folks, things have happened, and I've had to tune into the news for certain things that have happened that I really do not feel like discussing on this show tonight. But the one thing I will discuss on the show is that between, the ins and outs of that particular headline, the only other thing that I saw being reported on was kids today are more unhappy than they've ever been.
They haven't had a chance. They haven't had a chance to be unhappy. What are kids like? What's okay? Like I know every kid has an opportunity to be unhappy. I'm not saying that all unhappiness is invalid, but like,
sure.
What is the cause for unhappiness in our youth today?
Well, if you're Florida, it's opportunity.
There you go. I mean, that's a good one.
We've got plenty of politicians that their motto is "fuck them kids."
Yeah.
So that's part of it.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I guess in Texas, there's the fear of not having adequate health care at a certain age. If you are a certain gender or a certain chosen gender.
Sure.
Or identified gender, however you swing it.
In the breeze.
I guess there is like the unfortunate situation of like, hey, we don't have any books to read anymore.
I mean, there's that.
Banned them all. Yeah, I think the kids today have stuff to be unhappy about. I think that's reasonable.
So you brought up the banned books, right?
Yeah.
So Blakely K, who is amazing, signed up to receive all the banned books in Florida.
Oh, nice.
Like there is a one of them. I don't know. I don't know if it's an organization or just like somebody in their basement. I don't know. Whatever the case may be. But you could go on and for free, they will mail you all the books that are banned by in schools by the Florida government. So we received a package the other day, and the things that were banned, sir.
My sadness and anticipation of this very much outweighs my excitement to know what you're about to say. Yeah.
Well, there was one book that was banned because it talked about Japanese heritage, and that's it.
Oh.
There was another book that was banned because it talked about Native American heritage, and that's it. There was another book that was banned because the main character had two moms.
Okay.
And then I think the other book was a book about the civil rights movement. Or no. It was a book that was set in the time frame of the civil rights movement.
So not even about the civil rights movement. It was just like a book about that time with that maybe being in the backdrop. This isn't, I often talk shit on the internet and whatnot about, false information and biased journalism. But like, maybe there is like a little bit of a nugget there with the internet still where you're like, kids, there is information there. Be careful of what you read because anybody can make it up. But, look at reputable sources like .gov.
Peer-reviewed.
And peer-reviewed. And,
academic journals.
Fuck.
So yeah, so the kids are unhappy.
What a time to be alive.
Right? What I mean, somebody Mike Tyson Trump, like, it's a terrible, it's a weird time to be.
It is a weird time to be. Which is why I tend to ignore more things these days.
It's the way to go.
It is the way to go.
It's the way to go.
And not to be like willfully ignorant or blind to what's going on out there in reality, but just like I'm trying to create a vibe for myself.
Ooh, good.
You know
call.
What I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, like I'm not opposed to like bad reports on stuff, but like I don't need an echo chamber like coming at me with their opinion on it. Like, yeah, I want to know the information. Knowing bad information is one thing. Like having it smashed into your face is something else. So I get my news. I get my, my updates on things. Sometimes it's good. A lot of times it's bad. Sometimes it's in the middle. But like, I try to just like push aside all the bullshit now and like only follow things that I'm into. And it's interesting because like Warner Summer of vibes, baby. Summer of vibes. Yeah, like it's interesting because like I did an experiment. Okay.
Hard drugs?
No. Excuse me, sir.
Oh, yeah, I just had to ask.
No. But no, I did a little online social media experiment.
Ooh, okay.
Where I said, okay, what happens if I block out all of this stuff, all of these people, and only focus on like a very small core amount of things?
Okay.
Well, I learned very recently that I have, over the past few days, I have confirmed that I have no reason to use Facebook.
No, it's for
zero.
old people.
I have like I've taken this stance for so long of like I don't use Facebook, I don't like Facebook, and then a couple days ago I was like, let's give it a shot, and I went through some stuff, I made some changes, and then I was like, there's nothing here.
No.
Like there's literally nothing here, and like when I say literally nothing here, like I went through my feed, I made some adjustments. I fine-tuned some stuff, and like the people who I truly want to hear from, none of y'all use it.
No,
which is fine, which is totally fine. I think that's great, but it's like I have no reason to be there outside of posting shit for this show. Instagram, I can still get use out of because I have a direct view of the things that I actually like. However, it would be cool if, when I follow, let's say 300 accounts on Instagram, we'll say like 60 to 70% of those accounts are actively active. It would be nice if, Meta would actually deliver all of that content instead of giving me 5 recent posts and saying, yeah, you're all out of content. Here's a bunch of suggestions. Like I would like to see the stuff from the people I follow instead of having to go through and click around.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that would make the most sense.
That would make the most sense. In Twitter, fucking Elon fucked all that up.
When the books are written, right? When the history is set in stone.
Yeah.
Twitter may be the biggest collapse of all time.
Well, like, I don't even know if collapse is the right word. I just think clusterfuck.
Transition,
clusterfuck, just... it's not going to go away at this point. It's too far out there.
That is true, yeah.
I think it's just going to be like, I could see it going the way of MySpace, where suddenly it's like a music-only platform.
Did you ever see the movie Funny People with Adam Sandler?
No.
It was not good.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
But in retrospect, it's fucking hilarious.
That's where we are in life right now. And I say we, I mean like us, like our generation.
And the reason for that is there's this very specific scene in which, as a comedian, Adam Sandler is paid to go do a comedy routine at the MySpace executive meeting, where like they go to this like grand ballroom and there's all like black tie event, and it's fucking like they spent so much money in theory on this MySpace thing, and then to see what happened like a year later to where they are completely out of business.
Oh yeah,
it's wild.
Like, listen, all of these big corporate companies and startups and big tech corporations that are doing these like big, elegant, elaborate parties, like y'all are fucking dumb. Okay? Because while that might be great for your employees, well, guess what? Chances are you're still going to crunch them. You're still not going to give them raises.
Or
you're
dinner.
Still not going to give them the benefits that they need. So like maybe take all of that money and say, yeah, we're not going to do a big holiday party this year, but we will invest in you.
Instead of a holiday party, I would love like, hey, we didn't do a holiday party. Here's some stock. Here's a 401k.
Well, I don't care if I ever go to another holiday party ever again. Like, listen, I don't know too many people that want to be around their coworkers that much. Even if you work in a very positive environment, sure, maybe like a nice dinner out with everybody, a little party or whatever is fine. But like, if I'm working for one of these big companies, like, listen, I spend 5 days a week with y'all, 8 hours. Like, I see you more than I see my loved ones. I just don't care to get a free hors d'oeuvre and an old fashioned and have to wear a suit and listen to some dumb speech about how, this was a tough year, but things are looking good.
We made it happen for you.
It's we're keeping our heads up, and yeah, don't expect any layoffs in the coming months. I can assure you that. Like, not just like I just want to stay home.
Nope. Yeah.
I just want to play with my cats.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at my VHS tapes and just be chill. Get a good vibe going.
Get a summer vibe.
Get a summer vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. A lot of weird generational stuff going on right now, it seems like.
There really is.
Like, we're really hitting that age range of like we should really be on like a higher level, but like right here is okay.
There was a meme that was sent to our group the other day.
Yeah.
That really struck a chord with me.
Yes.
Okay. It really hit home. And it was a meme that showed all the parents from the Rugrats together.
Yeah.
And the meme said, "You are now the age where this is it just looks like your friends."
It just looks like your friends.
And boy, I was like, no, wait, what happened to my youth?
Well, hang on. Hit pause on that statement because I'll tell you this. I do have hope for our generation.
Oh, okay.
Our generation, I'm very hopeful for because, in the times where I do get some good content on social media, what I'm seeing a lot of is like people within our age group, like going out and like doing shit that they enjoy for the sake of the fact that they enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they're not trying to put on airs for anybody. They're like, yeah, I like Pokemon, or yeah, I like I saw a clip the other day where it was a bunch of people like at a party, which was like in some private room or something, and they've got Pokemon card battles going on. They're playing Beyblades. They got like laser light shows and a fucking DJ, and like they're all just like it looks like that stereotypical young person like party, like wah! And like all the fucking flashy drinks and stuff, but it's just like a bunch of people that look like us just hanging out being nerds with some bumping beats and with some fine cocktails.
I do have a question for you because that does bring up. So, like, there's a black light on in my house at least once a day.
Probably on right now.
I mean, very likely.
Very likely.
We've been toying with the idea of getting a lava lamp.
Yes. Why are you toying? Get it.
I mean, we have children, and they're very dangerous. So
I had a lava lamp when I was their age.
Did you burn the house down?
No.
Okay. Well,
I've lived to tell the tale.
Okay. Well, that's the concern. Is oh no.
Did you accidentally say you were 25 the other day, Blakely, or did you just tell them the age you felt you were? Because listen, age is just a state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Somebody just yesterday, I overheard somebody say, all those 24-year-olds. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And then I had to think about it. And I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Well, we're going to get into a lot of that here in a little bit. But I highly encourage you to get a lava lamp.
A lava. Okay.
All right, a lava lamp. If you want one, I say you should get one. But yes, lava lamps can be dangerous, so just be careful you don't burn anything.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be great.
Maybe we'll put it in the garage.
Maybe I'll get one.
You should get a lava lamp.
I got space back there.
You only got cats.
How much is a lava lamp? $50? That's nothing. Wait, but how much? But for real, how much is that? You get a lava lamp at Five Below for $12.
Goddamn right you can.
Yep.
We were.
You get a Ghostface one from Spencer's.
I mean, they're coming back. They're making a comeback.
This lava lamp has got. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. It's a lava lamp that's got Jason Voorhees like at the end of part 6 where he's just like in the water being. Oh, I might need to get that.
I'm sorry, Christy.
Shit. No, I'm back on track. I'm okay. So yeah. A lot of generational stuff going on right now, which brings us to this. I had an idea for an episode, little game that we could play here tonight. What we're going to do is we're we're going to go through some slang terms.
Mm.
You know, because I don't know if you're familiar with like all the new fancy words that all the kids are saying today.
Not at all.
Dude, I like last week I was like, what? I was like, who says that? What the fuck? Like, when did that happen? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna learn ourselves some words.
Okay.
And what's gonna happen is I'm more or less gonna be the moderator of this contest.
Oh, okay.
It's really up to you to provide the answers.
All right.
So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna read off a series of words.
Okay.
Okay. What I need you to do is tell me the generation that it's from.
Okay.
Okay. And then I'm also going to quiz you on the decade, the specific decade.
Okay.
As well as what the word means.
Ooh. Okay.
All right. And I'll tell you what. As we go along, I might throw you a couple bones here and there just to help you out.
Okay.
All right. So, are you ready?
Well, hold on. Can I get a definition of the generations?
The generation. You know what? That's a very good point. And I have this fancy picture pulled up on my side that'll be displayed on the screen when this becomes a clip.
Subscribe.
So, yeah. So, we're going to be going through the millennial generation.
Okay.
We're going to stop doing hand gestures, but also Bergman. Very culturally aware Jason Max really knocked this out of the park. That's why I wanted to do it. Okay.
Here's the second one for the working man.
The generations that we're going to be going through. Okay. You've got the millennial generation.
Okay.
Which, where do you stand on the millennial, Gen Y, Gen X conversation?
They're all assholes.
Well, okay. Maybe allow me to be a bit more specific.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't consider Gen Y to be a generation. They say it goes Gen X to millennial.
Right.
However, a lot of people suggest that Gen Y is that like early 80s to like mid 80s. You know, because Gen X is like 1965 to 1980. And then the graph I'm looking at has millennials / Gen X. Gen X being more tied to the early 80s.
Right.
Where millennials are mid 80s to mid 90s. And then you have the Zoomers, Generation Z, which looks like it goes from 1997 to 2012.
Okay.
And then you have Generation Alpha, which is the early 2010s to today.
Okay. So alpha would be my children.
I think yes. I think they could both be considered. I think your eldest could be Gen Z.
Okay.
I think she would kind of be in one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to know any of this.
I can't wait. They're like, okay, do your kids ever just like throw down words or slang that you just are like, what are you saying right now? Like, has there been anything that they've brought up?
I mean, maybe the boy, because he does watch some. Oh, Alpha is the iPad generation.
Yeah, no, that's very
true.
It's the iPad, and I think some people also refer to it as like, you know, the iPhone or the phone generation.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Gen Z is in their 20s, Kevin.
So my daughter would not be a Gen Z.
Well, Gen Z the thing I'm looking at is the Zoomers.
Can you put the chart
Gen
on
Z.
the screen? Can you put the chart on the? Can you share the screen to put?
I don't know how to do that. You've given me a wheel and not told me how to drive.
Hit the plus button on the bottom. Add source. Screen capture. Share screen. What is my life?
There we go.
There it is.
Okay.
I can't read it. I'm on a phone.
Don't worry. I'll go over it on my end. So, okay. On this graph, it says 1997 to 2012, Zoomers. So, yes, they could be 20, but they could also be 12.
2012?
No, they could also 2012. That's what it's saying. Gen Z.
All right. Well, my daughter was born in 2011, so I guess that's true. Oh, hi everyone.
Wait, hi. There we go.
There he is. All right. Yeah. So the boy, like, he does watch a lot of like streamers and stuff like that. So he might say something off. He's more just about like the random yelling that they do, which is like the new thing. It's not so much like fucking slang anymore. It's just like making like screaming random noises for no reason whatsoever.
Okay, that's
I mean, it's a chart. It's got to be right.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to know none of these, but there's going to be some in here you probably will know.
All right.
Okay. And I'll tell you what, I'll start you off with a couple of softballs. Okay.
Please. Yeah.
A couple of softballs here. All right. Just let me do a couple quick things. Get my chart all put together. There we go. Okay. So a couple softballs.
Mm-hmm.
The word is fat.
Can I have it spelled, please?
You know damn well how this is spelled.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No, you know it's PHAT, homie. Yeah.
So my only line to go off of is that mid-90s song, She Likes Me for Me. Yeah. Because she looks fat like Cindy Crawford. Is the line in the song, and that's like my only thing that I'm going off of.
Are you telling me you don't know what this is?
I mean, I know what it means.
Okay, what is it? Okay, well, first of all, what generation is it from?
I would say this is a Gen X situation. I don't know. Listen, Bergman hit the nail on the head. Number one, I don't pay attention.
You failed immediately.
I don't pay attention to damn near anything. And number two, I'm not cultured. Like, what are we doing here?
You should have told me this when I pitched the idea. Okay, fat is a millennial term.
No, it's not.
It came out in the 90s, bro.
Oh, I guess when you do the math, that does work out.
Yes.
Oh, this involves math. This is not gonna. Yes.
Yeah, you pulled it from the song you pulled it from.
Yeah, it was from the 90s.
It was from the 90s.
Right.
We're not going to Gen X. It is.
But okay. I see where I got screwed up here.
And I will say there are going to be some words that you could argue like, oh, maybe that is. Well, that word is actually, originated from the 60s or the 70s. But like we're going for like commonly used repeatedly in a decade, which falls within a particular generation.
Okay.
So that was a softball that you didn't get. So I'm going to now. I don't know if you're going to get any of these.
That'd be awesome if I got the hardest one.
Yeah, that actually would be kind of great. Okay. The phrase, rather, is da bomb.
Now, the only reference I have for this...
God, he's going to go through a reference every time.
Is a Kenan and Kel episode.
Yeah.
To where they wanted to turn the grocery store into a nightclub, and they called it Da Bomb.
Da Bomb.
Which was also in the 90s. So I'm going to go millennial.
Millennial, that's correct. And you got the decade. Now, what does it mean? Or what do you think it means?
I mean, it means great. It means it's rad. It's totally hip.
I think, yes, you said enough words that relate to what the word means. Correct. Okay.
All right.
I can't. Okay. Okay. So. Oh, my God. All right. Your next word is gnarly.
So this, I think I'm going to go with Gen X. And
we're not doing Gen X. I already said that. We're doing 1980 to today. 1980 being millennial or Gen Y.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then millennial, because the only reference I have for that is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, because that's super gnarly, dude.
It is. You're correct.
See, I fucking know what I'm doing.
Do you know what it means?
So I think it can have two meanings. Okay. Because like, bro, that's super gnarly is a good thing. Or like, dude, that scab is gnarly. That's not so extreme, I guess would be the definition.
You know, you are correct in both of those assessments that it can have two meanings. And I feel like you, I feel like you,
look how fucking cool I am.
Cool guy.
Until I say Gen X again.
Okay. All right. Your next word is cap.
Cap?
Cap.
The only thing that's coming to mind is that you're going to bust a cap in somebody, which means to shoot them, which I think came into the generation after us, which would be what, the Ys?
You mean the generation before us or after us?
After us.
After us. So that would be Gen Z.
Gen Zs, yes.
Okay.
That's my guess.
Okay. I realize I may have steered you the wrong way on this one.
Okay.
Because okay, Berkman. This is not, hey, let's pick apart Kevin's content.
Please. Let's
okay.
Keep doing that.
But okay, so two things. I feel like I steered you the wrong way with some of this, and Christy says no cap. Because I forgot that was actually a word used commonly by millennials for a while. We are Gen Y. We are Gen Y. No, we're not. We're millennials.
Well, hold on. Pull up the chart again. We got this.
Hang on. Gen Y is a designated time period in the early 80s.
Wait, what?
You said pull up the chart again. I pulled up the chart again.
I can't read.
What? You're on a phone.
A phone that's also like,
do I need
far
I'll
enough
explain
away
it again.
To...
You know, y'all. All I'm trying to do is just make a nice game for the show. Okay.
I'm doing great. I'm doing better than you thought.
You're doing great. You're doing wonderful. Okay.
So what was it?
The word cap. Okay. So because yes, you are right in that it could refer to, hey, I'm going to bust a cap in your ass, which means like to shoot somebody.
Right.
However, this is a term used more recently.
Okay.
As a Gen Z term.
Okay.
This is saying that Gen Y is millennial. I've only ever heard us referred to as millennials, and I've only ever heard Gen Y referred to as the early 80s.
Well, apparently it says so on the chart, and you didn't read the chart.
Can
we pull up the chart?
I'm moving on. I have moved on.
Okay.
So you were right with the time period. I'll give you that you were right with your terminology, even though the time period and the terminology didn't, they didn't go together.
Sure.
The Gen Z term cap means to lie.
What?
It means to lie. So
to lie, you cap.
If you're lying to somebody, that would be cap. But if you're telling the truth, you might go, no cap. This was the best hot dog I've ever eaten.
I have never heard that before.
And yeah, there you go.
I
mean, that's okay.
I feel like I skipped a generation.
Brother, we all did.
Well, I feel like I was busy during that time period. So I was doing stuff.
That's okay. All right. Your next word is drip.
Oh, I've heard this one.
Yeah.
I've heard this one. It's a oh gosh. Gen Y was the unofficial designation for us before they started calling us millennials. That's why the generation before us is Gen X and the one after us is Gen Z. I prefer the term Gen Y just because the term millennial is stupid.
They're all stupid.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
It's like naming hurricanes. Like, what are we doing?
What are we doing? It's a hurricane.
It's a hurricane.
It's a hurricane that occurred on this date.
It's not part of the family. Let's not get attached. But anyway, this is a newer term. And drip means like your, I want to say, and I might be wrong on this, it might be your vibe, or it might be, it's kind of a term used as like a more fancy or maybe like a more expensive thing.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that this was a Z gimmick.
You are correct on all fronts, sir.
Look at me.
You're hip.
Look at my drip.
Cultured. You're very cultured. Okay. The next word I'm going to give you is Ralph.
I mean, the only one that I know of is puking. So that's what I'm going to go with, and that's old school. So I'm going to say millennials.
That is millennial Gen Y, yes, and I will concede to being wrong on the millennial Gen Y conversation.
He just read the chart.
No, I read the chart a bunch of times. Chart.
We need more charts on this show.
We don't need any more goddamn charts.
We need a doubling of the charts that are on this show.
So yes, you are corrected that Ralph means to puke, which is a millennial Gen Y term. This is great.
Well
you're doing so great.
How many of these do you have?
I have over 50.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I know. Okay. So your next word is, and I feel like this is going to be a very easy softball to you.
Okay.
Okay. The next word or term is AF.
Oh, as fuck. But I feel like AF didn't really come around. Like it wasn't like an instant messenger gimmick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't remember being on the AOLs being like AF.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the LOLs, the BRBs,
mm-hmm.
things of that nature. But I feel like the AF is more of like the texting generation, and even more recent than that. So I'm gonna say the alpha.
I mean, no, not quite. This came out a little bit before alpha.
Okay.
So this does fall into the Gen Z slot.
Moving on.
Your next word is buggin'.
Ooh. See, I think like buggin'. Go ahead, you can read this one.
Bergman says, fun story. My niece made a ton of 21 AF stuff for her 21st birthday. My mom took so much of completely not understanding what it was or what was up.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You know, ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
So what was the word?
Buggin'.
See, I feel like this is like a derivative of trippin', which is like also the idea of somebody freaking out, or maybe not telling the truth, or maybe something along the lines of that is where I'm going with it. But buggin is probably a Z thing. I want to say a Z thing.
Little too far ahead, my friend.
See, I'm always in the future.
Buggin was a Gen Y millennial term.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
So I believe it became more popular in the 90s.
You be bugging.
You be bugging.
Okay.
All that stuff. Okay. Next word is bet.
Bet.
Bet. B-E-T. Bet.
I only know it as gambling. So, like...
Do you want to take a guess?
No. I don't have... I was trying to think, like, the only thing that I kept on going back to, like, I'll betcha. Like...
You know what, though? You're not far off from that.
Okay. All right.
You know, it is a Gen Z term.
Okay.
To mean yes, okay. Like in agreement with.
What are these kids saying?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that either.
But your next phrase is gag me with a spoon.
Oh, okay. This is definitely a millennial situation because I believe this became popular on Saved by the Bell, I want to say. I think that's where it originated.
I don't think... No, it didn't originate from Saved by the Bell.
Beverly Hills 90210?
You're right in the generation.
Yeah.
It came out a little bit sooner. This was like an 80s term. I want to say like maybe like early mid 80s term, more of like your Valley Girl type thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you had the generation right. Did you know what it means though?
It's like a see, it's one of those things where like I know what it means, but can I explain what it means?
I mean, there's kind of like one word that you could say. There's actually a couple of words you could say that it refers to.
It refers to like the feeling of like it's like a sarcastic, like a sarcastic reply to something. Well, what do you have? What's your?
I mean, you're kind of there. It's you could use it as part of a sarcastic reply, but it's less of the intent, but more of like your feeling. So it means
like a disgust.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is. Yes. So boom, you got it. Okay. So your next word is... Wait, let me see where to go. Oh, okay. Your next... Okay, yeah, I mean, I think that's... Yeah.
There you go.
Boom.
More music references.
Okay, your next word is woofits.
Woofits?
Woofits.
See, all I can think of is my friend's dog Rufus. So like a woofits.
Woofits.
When Ric Flair puts on a suit.
Do you want to give me a generation or a time frame?
Well, this is so new. It has to be new. It has to be an alpha thing.
Alpha thing? I'm sorry, sir. This is from the 1910s, meaning depressed, possibly from drinking too much. So you were wrong on that. You're...
Okay.
Just want to throw one in there. Your next word is bussy.
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 I I don't know.
Oh, you got to give some guesses on this one.
I think what comes to mind, and all I can do is talk about my thought process, right? So like,
which I'm so here for.
So like when I hear bussy, I think of hussy.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of some type of slang term to call a woman a not nice thing.
Okay.
But then I can only think of the song Shapoopy. So I'm not really sure where to land on this one.
Why would you think of that? What is going on in your brain to connect those dots?
I don't know.
Okay, so where do you stand on bussy?
I'm gonna say, well, everything seems to be a Gen Z thing, so I'm gonna go with that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stick with the not nice word for a woman.
Close. It's actually in reference to a man's butthole. Your next word.
Okay, I wasn't close.
Your next word.
That's right.
Your next word is doomer.
That would be a millennial term that we describe the boomers.
No. on all fronts, just no. Nope, that's incorrect.
Someone who plays Doom.
You know, it could be, but it's not.
Doomer
is a Gen Alpha word for overly negative.
Okay. Don't be a doomer.
Don't be a doomer. Don't be a downer.
Right. Okay. You know? Right
on. Your next word is geeker.
I mean, I'm going to stick with the same line of the alpha then, of someone who is a geek.
Nope. Do you want to try another one?
Someone who plays games.
Nope. It is someone who does too much drugs.
A geeker?
A geeker.
Oh, so it's like a spinoff of tweaker.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like these terms came about because someone in the next generation didn't hear it correctly.
Oh, 100%.
And then it's like, so my son does this thing to where he wants to sing along with a song, but he doesn't actually know the words or what they mean to them. So he kind of just makes shit up for the most part that sounds like the words that are being sung, but it's fucking either not the right word or nonsense. And I feel like that's what's happening here.
Okay. Yeah, there's probably a lot of that going on. Which actually, you know, hey, that brings us up to another word. Narbo.
I feel like this is describing a narwhal that testified against a crime boss. It's like a combination of a narc.
Okay.
And a
narwhal. So when a narwhal narcs you out?
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, man.
You know what? You would be a narbo for saying that because this is a millennial term from the 1980s, meaning idiot.
Okay. Never heard of it.
That's
and I grew up in that generation.
That's kind of the point of this.
Yeah. game. I like my term better.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. Okay, so we're gonna try to speed through some of these. Your next word is skibbity. Skibbity.
So my mind immediately goes to the Scat Man, and I would say that came out in the millennial generation. So skibbity bop bop doo 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 doo.
You know what's hilarious is that makes way more sense than what this actually is.
Okay.
And it's kind of on the line there, but no, it is a Gen Z word.
Okay.
And it's actually a nonsense word for comedic, like it is a nonsense word for comedic effect.
So it's just one of those words that the kids scream.
It's just yeah. Like there's the skibbity toilet. Don't ask me what that means. I have no fucking clue. I'm pretty sure nobody does. It's all a lie. Everything's made up.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's probably like the tree branch probably comes directly from the scat man, because scatting is stupid and dumb and isn't a real fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all right there. All right. I actually do. Let me remove that. Your next word is gooning.
Gooning?
Gooning.
That's where you go look for sunken pirate treasure with your handicapped friend.
I'll give you another guess.
I'm going to say pranking.
No, not at all. It is okay. Do you want to at least take a guess on the generation?
I'm going to say this seems like an alpha thing.
It is an alpha thing. It is very much a generation alpha thing. But gooning is a word I learned today, which means to extend jerking off without orgasm to enter an altered state.
Oh, blue balls?
I guess. I don't know why you'd ever want to do that.
Weird.
Yep.
Mine was less offensive.
Sure was. All right, one we cannot get out of this episode without saying, but your next word is rizz.
Rizz?
Rizz.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna say this is a reference to edging under a different term. Yeah.
That is gooning.
100%. I'm gonna say this is when your friend drops out of beauty school.
No.
Okay. All right.
Maybe be a little less specific.
Less specific. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say. Okay. Let me go the other way then. I think that this is going to be a reference to something fancy, like putting on the Ritz. A little taco action, maybe.
You're like you're not quite there.
Okay. Well, hit me with it.
But okay, do you want to at least guess the generation?
I feel like this is something that we did.
No, this is not. This is what the fuck it was. This is a Gen Z term to mean charm or charisma. And it could be used in a few different ways. So you could say like, oh, like, you know, that a crease.
Clearly I'm in a mood.
Listen, this is a very specific episode.
It really is.
Yeah. We're all the state we're all in right now is apt for what we're doing. So rizz is like charisma or charm. So like, you know, you would say in reference to somebody else, like, oh, like that Chad over there's got all the rizz, you know, he's risen up those ladies, or something like that. Yeah,
sure.
You know. And then your next word is gonna be Sigma.
Isn't that like a health insurance company?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Well, it's not that.
Sigma. I'm gonna say signature, maybe, or
no.
like
No.
your emblem.
No.
Your username. I don't fucking know.
I know you don't know. It's a Gen Z term for top tier person.
A Sigma.
A Sigma.
Good for that health insurance company. They got that going for them. Maybe we rapid fire these by you just saying the word and I try to figure out what it means and then you tell me what generation it is.
All right, we'll hit you with that. Hot dogger.
Fuck.
First thing that comes to your mind.
First thing that comes to my mind is Hulk Hogan.
I mean, that's not the worst example.
He's got the hair of a Chinese man and skin of a hot dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what generation?
Z.
You, I gave you that on a fucking silver platter. It's a millennial term for show off.
Okay.
Okay. Peg.
That is another intimate arrangement. No, I think this is a. Maybe this might be a reference to like a Peggy Sue, or I have no idea. What are we doing?
It's
here?
a 1980s term for categorizing or identifying something.
Oh, you Peggy. Okay.
Yeah.
I remember
Not
that.
Butt sex. Booyah.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, my dad used to say it to me all the time because he thought he was cool. So that's that's like it's like an oh yeah or I gotcha.
Yes, yes, it is a millennial popularized in the 90s. Okay. Aura.
It's like it's your vibe, brother. It's like it's your essence.
Yeah, which is a word that I dropped on TikTok today as another word that is now being overused in reference to a couple of things. But yes, it is a vibe, quantifying how cool something is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, based.
Like you get that base tan, brother?
No, but I am all for the base tan.
Okay.
Still got to work on my base tan.
Well, when you baste something, you take juices and put it over.
To do with juices. It is not a juiceful word. Okay, it is a Gen Z word to agree with a statement.
Oh, I based that.
Based. No, you don't even say I based that. You just say based. Like if somebody's on Twitter or X and they make some wild comment or statement, you just reply with based.
Oh, I thought people have been saying biased.
No, there are people who are saying biased, but those are two completely different conversations.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Cook.
Oh, like that song Yakety Yak. Your father's hip, he knows what cooks. Take out the dog and put in
but
the
like
cat.
what is it?
Means he's hip. He knows what's up.
I feel like you could be close with that. I don't want to like give it to you, but you're kind of there. You're not though. But it is essentially to create a situation with the intent of creating a result.
What?
It's yeah, I don't know. Like you'll hear people say it online now or like social media now where they're always just like, "Oh, let him cook."
I went to Yakety Yak.
You went to Yakety Yak. Yeah. All right, another one we got, and we're gonna close this out soon because I'm getting brain rot. Which do you know what brain rot is?
I mean, it's not good.
It's what we all have right now.
Right.
Your next word is gat.
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 Not the 90s toy of gat.
Not the 90s toy. It's not gack. It's gat.
I feel like this is like yeet. Where like I just don't know what it means, and that's okay. It's not for me.
It's not for you, but it is in reference to seeing a fat booty.
Gat?
Gat. Like it's kind of like, God damn, did you see that fat booty?
Oh. Yeah, I only do music references.
Yeah, but like he only does music references. I shut it down.
That's fine. We all need some rest.
Yeah.
It's way past Grandpa's bedtime.
Yeah. I literally think prepping for this show broke me a little bit. I was like, this should be easy. And then I'm going through all the words. I'm just like, I don't like it here.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not great. Not awesome.
I remember when Gwen Stefani used to be in a ska band.
I do too. That was.
And that's where we're at.
Fucking wild. All right. Anyways, folks, we're here every single Wednesday night right here on youtube.com/BrainWreckTV. You can subscribe, you can like, you can comment. Hey, if there are any words we may have missed or any words that we ourselves got wrong, hey, let us know in the comments below. You can tell us how old we are in trying to figure all this out.
Please do.
But just know that I don't care, but I do care. I want you to comment, but like I don't care about your opinion. But I do. You're valuable to us. We got all sorts of other fun stuff sitting here in the archives. Go through, check it out. Hit a like, hit a subscribe, ring a notification bell. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors that we're here. You can also find us on Twitter, currently known as X, at BrainWreck TV.
Well, actually, by the way, I don't know if you saw, you will soon not be able to find us on Twitter, X, because apparently they've decided that only people who pay can live stream. So because we don't...
I saw that. But hey, we have an account there.
Are we
so still follow us, but you can't watch us there.
I mean, I'm not paying.
I'm not paying there. No, we fucking YouTube is where it's at.
No. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, folks, listen. Your boy, in this economy, I've only got so many $5. Okay.
Yeah.
And it ain't going to the guy who's making Cybertrucks and putting dick rockets in the like, we're not doing that.
No, fuck that. You ever hear when people are like, for less than a cup of coffee a day,
right?
You can subscribe to the. It's like, yeah, but like,
or I could have that cup of coffee. And I'm tired. Okay.
And I'm tired.
I need the caffeine. I'm pushing 40.
Yeah, it's, we got rizzes and gooning things to do.
And musicals to watch. Anyway. Yeah, so please like, subscribe, comment, and go buy yourself a fucking t-shirt at our gimmick. And
where's your...
You gotta go to the other part.
Other part. Oh, wait. Yeah. There it is. There we go. Check that out. We got shirts on tpublic.com. Search BrainWreck TV. They also got all the little cool other trinkets you can go check out.
So there you have it, folks.
Also, we're on TikTok. See? Look at that. Check us out on TikTok. Getting a lot of interaction on TikTok.
There's a lot of interaction on TikTok, and it's wonderful. We love you out there. Hopefully the government lets that happen. I don't know what's going on anymore. Does anyone know what's going on anymore?
No, we need to go.
All right. Sorry. So, folks, for this week, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And next week, I won't come from a Quality Inn, but this has been your show. Peace.